Imagine looking up at the night sky. Billions of galaxies stretching endlessly, stars being born and dying, cosmic forces at play, almost as if the universe itself is alive. But wait, can a universe be alive? Could it have some form of consciousness, a purpose, or even the ability to evolve like a living organism? This question isn't just philosophical. It has baffled scientists, physicists, and even biologists for decades. Some theories suggest that the universe exhibits behaviors eerily similar to living beings. It grows, evolves, regulates itself, and even reproduces, or at least some scientists think so. But how could an entity as vast as the universe possibly be compared to a living organism? And if it is alive, what does that mean for us? Let's dive into this mind-bending mystery. Defining life. What does it mean to be alive? Before we even ask whether the universe is alive, we need to define what life actually is. You might think it's simple. Life is just anything that breathes, eats, and reproduces, right? Well, not quite. Scientists define life based on a few key characteristics: growth and evolution. Living things develop and change over time. Self-organization. Life maintains order within itself, like how cells function together in an organism. Metabolism. Energy use. Life converts energy to sustain itself. Reproduction. Life creates more of itself, passing on traits to the next generation. Adaptation and response. Living things react to their environment and evolve accordingly. Now, what's fascinating is that the universe exhibits some of these same traits. It expands and evolves over time. It follows organized structures, galaxies, star systems, planetary ecosystems, all forming from chaos yet maintaining balance. It transforms energy constantly, from the nuclear fusion in stars to the interactions of dark matter. But does that mean it's alive? The universe as an organism, the Gaia hypothesis and cosmic evolution. One of the most intriguing theories that hint at a living universe is the Gaia hypothesis. Originally proposed by scientist James Lovelock, this idea suggests that Earth itself behaves like a single self-regulating organism, a living system that maintains its own stability. But what if this concept isn't limited to just Earth? What if the entire universe functions in a similar way? Some scientists propose that the cosmos operates like a gigantic self-regulating entity. Galaxies behave like cells in a body, stars like organs, and cosmic forces like the processes keeping it all running. If this is true, then black holes might act like waste disposal systems, recycling matter and energy, while dark matter could be the unseen scaffolding holding everything together. And then there's the eerie similarity between the cosmic web and neural networks. When you compare a map of the universe's large-scale structure with a diagram of neurons in the human brain, they look shockingly alike. Could this suggest some level of cosmic intelligence? Some researchers believe the universe might process information, much like a brain does. But if the universe is alive, does it also have consciousness? Could the universe have consciousness? The mind-bending panpsychism. Theory: if the universe is alive, then here's a deeper question. Does it think? Could it have some form of consciousness, even if it's radically different from what we experience as humans? This idea isn't as far-fetched as it sounds. Some scientists and philosophers propose a theory known as panpsychism, which suggests that consciousness is a fundamental property of the universe, just like space, time, and gravity. In other words, the universe itself might be aware on some level. A shocking discovery supports this idea. The structure of the universe eerily resembles a human brain. Studies comparing simulations of the cosmic web, the massive interconnected structure of galaxies and dark matter, to the brain's neuronal network have found startling similarities. Both systems contain nodes connected by filaments. Galaxies and dark matter resemble neurons and synapses, follow powerful self-organizing rules, despite their different scales, have a structure that optimizes information flow, almost like a thinking system. In fact, one study estimated that the observable universe has about 100 billion galaxies, strangely close to the 100 billion neurons in the human brain. A coincidence, or something deeper? Physicist Gregory Matloff takes this even further with his theory that stars themselves might have a form of consciousness. His research suggests that stars, especially young ones, might be able to influence their own movements using unknown processes. Could this be an early form of decision-making at a cosmic scale? If so, could our own sun think even in a way we don't understand? Does the universe reproduce? The mind-blowing multiverse. Theory 1 of the most essential traits of life is reproduction. Living beings create offspring, passing on genetic traits. But can a universe give birth to another universe? Some physicists believe it can just through black holes. Every time a black hole forms, it might create a new baby universe inside it. This is based on a theory called cosmological natural selection, proposed by physicist Lee Smolin. According to this idea, universes that produce the most black holes might survive longer, just like evolution favors organisms that are better at reproducing. Think about it. Our universe is perfectly structured to allow stars to form, explode, and create black holes. If black holes spawn new universes, then our universe itself might be descended from an earlier universe and might also be the parent of countless new ones. This idea is a game changer. If true, then our universe isn't just alive, it's part of an ongoing cosmic family tree, stretching across multiple realities. And just like evolution refines species over time, new universes might be shaped by survival pressures, meaning our universe could be a highly evolved version of earlier ones. But what does this mean for us? If the universe is alive, and possibly even conscious, then is everything within it, including us, just tiny components of a vast living entity? Are we part of a living universe? The implications for science and philosophy. If the universe is alive, then what does that make us? Are we independent being, or merely tiny self-aware components of a much larger cosmic organism? This idea isn't new. Many ancient philosophies and religious traditions describe the universe as a living, conscious entity. In Hinduism, the concept of Brahman refers to an all-encompassing, intelligent force that breathes life into existence. In Taoism, the universe is seen as a harmonious, self-sustaining system that flows according to the Tao, or the natural way of things. Even in Western thought, the idea of a world soul in anima mundi suggests that the universe itself has a spirit or consciousness. But now, modern science is starting to ask the same questions. If we're just tiny pieces of a massive living system, then are galaxies and star systems like organs, each playing a vital role in the cosmic body? Is intelligence something that naturally emerges when a system reaches a certain level of complexity? Could the universe itself be trying to understand itself through us? This last question is particularly intriguing. Think about it. Every living thing that gains intelligence eventually becomes self-aware. Humans, for example, evolved from unconscious organisms into beings capable of deep thought, emotions, and self-reflection. If the universe is truly alive, then perhaps we, along with other intelligent life forms, are its way of observing, questioning, and understanding itself. Astrophysicist Carl Sagan once said, "We are a way for the cosmos to know itself." What? If he was more right than he ever realized, can the universe die? The question of cosmic mortality: if the universe is a living being, could it also die? And if so, what would that mean? Scientists believe that the universe's fate is tied to something called entropy, a fundamental law of physics, stating that all systems naturally move from order to disorder over time. Right now, the universe is still full of energy, creating new stars and galaxies. But billions of years from now, that energy will eventually run out. There are three major theories about how the universe could end. The Big Freeze. The universe keeps expanding forever, but eventually all stars burn out and everything becomes a cold, lifeless void. The Big Crunch. The universe stops expanding and collapses back into itself, possibly restarting in another Big Bang. The Big Rip. Dark energy grows stronger, tearing apart galaxies, stars, planets, even atoms, until nothing remains. If the universe is alive, then any of these scenarios would mean its death. But What if it doesn't truly die? What if, like living beings, it undergoes a cycle of birth, death, and rebirth? Some scientists believe that after a cosmic death, another universe might emerge from the ashes, just as stars explode and give rise to new stars, or as forests burn and regrow. If that's the case, then the universe is not just alive, it's immortal in a way we can barely comprehend. Final thought: what if the universe knows we're asking these questions? Here's where things get even stranger. Quantum physics tells us that the act of observing something changes it. In the famous double-slit experiment, light behaves differently depending on whether it's being observed. Some physicists believe this implies that consciousness plays a role in shaping reality. Now imagine this on a universal scale. If the universe is alive, and if we are part of its consciousness, could our own awareness of it be influencing its evolution? Could the mere fact that we are asking these questions change something in the cosmos? It's a mind-blowing possibility. Maybe, just maybe, by thinking about the universe, we are actually participating in its awareness. So what do you think? Is the universe a vast, intelligent, living entity? Or is life just a small, temporary glitch in an otherwise lifeless expanse? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, because if the universe is alive, it might just be listening.